Have you thought any more about what we talked about last night?
Yeah, I was kind of messing around with it as I was warming up, just a swing, what I would want a swing thought to be. And I was thinking about getting, like, the first thing is I was trying to just feel like my hips rotated like right off the ball, and that just didn't really do it. I've only hit one with it, but just feeling like my hips and my hands start together. And I think it just gets them like turning immediately. That was the best swing of the day. So that could be something that I like.
Okay, let's mess around with it just a little bit while we're warming up here.
Yeah, like that's 3 pretty good swings.
Okay.
With that feel.
Okay.
That was a really good one.
Explain that feel to me just a little bit more.
So,
because you're saying, go ahead.
So the first 2 like swing thoughts that I thought of, they were just in my hips, and I was just trying to feel that rotation because that's what we want. But I don't feel like it really did it. So this is just feeling like my hips and my hands start back together.
Okay.
And it seems to work.
What were we either doing differently before or feeling differently before?
I mean, like on a normal shot, I'm just thinking about the target. I'm not thinking about that feel.
Right, but we weren't trying to start back with hands first or hips first or anything like that.
No.
So all we're doing is just consciously thinking about what we've actually just been doing correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I mean, because that's what you're talking about is exactly what we want to do. It's just a matter of when we get tired, having something to consciously fall back on.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that a few more times.
That one was good. That one was 5 yards left. It started right on line and had the -6-degree spin axis, and it carried 140. And I'm hitting my 8-iron.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that was good too. 139. 6.6 yards left. Started right on line, had a -6-degree spin axis.
So, so this is simply a swing thought, not necessarily a pre-shot movement.
Yeah, no, I did the pre-shot movement a couple times, but I haven't even done that in a minute. It's just a swing thought.
Okay, good. I like that better. Yeah. And that fits into your whole routine, like we talked about last night.
Yeah. I just, instead of focusing on the target, I just focused on the starting my hands and hips together.
Okay. We're getting good results, but what's the feel difference that from a normal one where you're not consciously thinking?
I wonder if I just have less feel, and that's why it just feels different, because I'm thinking about this instead of normally I'm thinking about that. So then when I start swinging, I kind of just feel everything. But since I'm thinking about this, like this is the only thing I feel in the beginning, and then everything else, I don't have a whole lot of feel in like the downswing anyway, because it's so fast.
Yeah.
So I think I just kind of feel less. I don't know. We'll see as I keep hitting.
Good looking swing.
You know what feels different? And I think it's probably just because I'm getting off my left side better maybe than I have been. I feel like I'm like back a little bit than I used to be in my finish. And I feel like my left foot is turning a little bit more.
Good.
So I think those are good things.
Yeah, those are real good.
I kind of feel like it fixes itself too more than normal with this swing thought, because like I'm not thinking about it. All I'm thinking about is getting them together, my arms and my hips, like my hands and my hips. But like there's been a couple swings that haven't started quite together, and then they've just kind of like, I think just because I'm aware of it, like I'm thinking about trying to get that feel of them together, it's like fixed itself and then been a good shot.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, everything that we work on and getting that left side to come back correctly goes right along with what we're doing here.
That ball ended up 1.2 yards right. It started 2.2 degrees left and carried 225 and had a 6.6 degree spin axis.
And the attack angle was
2.7. That's a good swing.
Yes, that should have been a better swing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, 8 yards left, carried 173. Had a negative 3.4 degree spin axis and started 1 degree left.
Now that time we had a little more. We had the proper amount of focus on that swing key that we're working on, right?
I think I had the same amount of focus both times. I think I just had a better feel of it the second. Like I think my feel of what I needed to do was better the second time.
Yeah, there was a definite difference in how that left hip or the left side turns off the ball correctly. It looked really good on that second one. The first one, it looked like you hung just a little bit, like we sometimes deal with. So when we're not gapping, we can hang, or we can just not get to our gapping position at 9 o'clock in time. Either way, but they're usually related, right?
Yeah, what I've realized today is that when I do it correctly, I feel the separation between my upper body and my like hip and leg after impact in the finish. I just feel like I'm back a little bit more, and I feel like my left foot opens up a little bit more when I do it right. That's pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, 113. 5 yards left. Negative 6 degree spin axis. Started right on line.
Excellent.
So part of this like swing thought is that the feel of my hands and my hips together has to include the club head.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's gonna feel a little bit different every time. And if I'm thinking about my hands going back, my hands are going back with the club. So
right. And all this is, the feel is just that it starts away from the ball together.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I like that one.
Gave that a whack.
Yeah. For good reason. It ended up 0.2 yards left. Started right on line. Pretty much had a 0 degree spin axis and push pole and carried 228.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. Excellent. So, all right, so we're going to incorporate the, that, explain to me what we're going to incorporate into our routine.
So same routine, but after grip pressure and like tension in the triangle, normally I would focus my mind on the target, and now I'm kind of, well, so I guess like before I would go through my setup, make sure it's good. I would take a look at the target, and then I would make sure my triangle and grip pressure were good. And then I would focus my mind on the target and go. But now what I'm doing is I'm getting my setup, and then I'm kind of formulating in my mind what it's gonna feel like to have the club head in my hands, start back with my hips all together. And then I'm getting my grip pressure good. And then just focusing my mind on that feel and going.
Good. So our mind is, where's our mind focused during our swing, then during the last few moments?
Yeah, it's just focused on the feel of my hands and my hips taking away together.
Good. And this has given us a ton of consistency, and we're really swinging we're really swinging the club, and it feels like we're not dealing with parts, we're dealing with a whole. That's what it looks like, and that's killer. That's great. So that's exactly what we needed to get out of today. Now we need to go play.